Okay. Okay. Right now. I think it's not. It's a home number. He won't be there. I'll call him.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the council meeting Tuesday, October 4th, 6:30 p.m. Again, due to technical difficulties, an amended agenda that was amended for some closed session that will be at the end of our meeting tonight. So first of all, is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest? Seeing none, we'll move on to staff reports. Right now, majority of staff is really busy organizing the election and getting everything ready for that. But we do have a staff report from Gibson Fire CGMC Municipal Bylaw Officer. So if you want to look over that, if there's any questions, Will's here to answer them. Okay, and I'm sure it's been a pleasure working with you as well. Will, does anybody have any questions for him otherwise?
My last question.
Yes.
I was thinking of volunteer recruitment going up.
Still looking for 7.
Are you, okay, are you still brainstorming with the other chiefs or,
We are
okay, all right, I see,
for training. So yeah,
I see your ad on Facebook, it looks good, so that's, okay.
thanks.
Anybody see the W5?
Yes, I did watch that too, it's not just us, it's widespread.
It is indeed. So good luck with that, Will.
Thank you.
We'll go on to committee reports. Start with Councilor Moore.
No, there was a recreation committee last night, but I think two things, and I don't need the museum to rent, so I have no.
Okay, so we'll go to Councilor Martin.
Nothing, one coming up for source water and the filling her and that. We did get a bill from them last spring, so I guess they're active.
That's a positive. I'm getting good. That's good. Councilor Kirk.
Boston District Union Public Library committee, the property committee, the current issues are the looking for a new service provider for the elevator. We had Otis handling it up until now. They say the elevator, we had a person come in for another and said, that elevator gets so used that it will last another 30 years. So we're currently in the market for more. Other than that, it's fully open now. All systems go. That's all I have.
Okay, any questions for Councilor Kirky? We'll we'll move on to Councilor Scott.
We had our rec meeting, and kind of more stuff for the future, to see who's gonna be on and that, but it was discussion about park benches and garbage cans and what they would like to see in the future. And there was a mention about another event maybe in February, so we'll wait for the new group to get in and then we'll carry on with that.
Okay,
Everybody was thanked for their building service.
and I thank everybody as well. Much appreciated. I see the wish list here. But it's good, you know. It's like my bucket list, you know, but anyway, it's good. And it's great that you've accomplished so much and you will move forward. In my case, Eastville meeting on the 21st and a building committee meeting on the 22nd. Funding, thankfully, we've got continued funding and PPP funding until December. October, we have, it's called construction claims. That's just against the bill, okay? So we have one on the 17th of October, I believe. Systems, payroll software is being tested, and they've initiated electronic vendor payment process. They're trying to get away from paper bills and binders. We're still waiting for the security cameras, and they are unable to deploy the computers that they got because they are spending software licenses. Because there's many computers, and evidently you just don't get one license, do them all. So they're pending, and the purchase of all these licenses is astronomical, so they're looking at a different way of doing it. Construction, they're beginning to migrate nurse call system to a new system. Payment issued for Progress Drop 3. So the one on October 17th will be Progress Drop 4. Building committee meetings continue. Work on windows has resumed, and the roofing component started as of September 19th. Staffing, still issues meeting hours of care. When we can't meet our staffing needs, we go to outside agencies. And what's happened is some of those agency people have convinced people to leave staff and go to the agency because they make more money. So now we're investigating other agencies because there could be a migration of staff. They're doing in-person training for Fixing Long-Term Care Act. On Staff Appreciation Week is October 18th. And the Long Service Awards are to cap that off on October 26th. It's incredible how the Long Service Awards, there used to be 30-year. Now we start our Long Service Awards at 2 years. Because you made it 2 years, it's great, you know, like we get it because that's the nature of the business now, you know, and to see somebody at 30 years and 25 years, it's just incredible. Operational items, still supply chain issues. We can source them, but there's significant costs. Staff training on mask fit machine, current PPE levels maintained for 1 month. They have a new emergency preparedness plan. They have a new outbreak plan. Management training, labor management meeting, and property insurance inspection, new costly requirements. The insurance company came along and went, where's the sprinkler system here? You know, and some places didn't have them because they had never had them. Now to retrofit will be very expensive. But if you don't, then the insurance will be very expensive. So Interesting. Community support, volunteer appreciation dinner was held on September 19th in Sunridge. And contracts and compliance, that's for your staff and agency review. We did do our land lease with Powassan, where the Pines in Powassan, it's all owned by Eastone, but we leased it to Powassan for the sum of $1. But there was discussion of Powassan reciprocating on some items that they're billing us for, but that will be another discussion for another day. But it did get warm in there for a little while. But of course, nobody can do anything because it's new council time. So anyway, that's my committee report. Any questions? Okay, so we'll move to number 4. And that is to adopt the minutes of the meeting held September 30th. and September 20th. I'll just jump in here. Minutes of the council meeting held September 20th. I need a mover and seconder, Council Argent. And go to that side, Council Moore. So it's number R2022-180. Moved by Councilor Marchant, seconded by Councilor Moore. That the minutes of the council meeting held September 20th, 2022 be adopted as published. All in favor? Carried. Next, correspondence, and I think you all looked over it. Municipal Affairs and Housing Planning Act, and a no requirement to have multiple types of meetings, physical and virtual meetings. And again, a thank you from Stephen Clark. Nothing that we have to do with that. The Ombudsman, we got the latest annual report, and again, so get an information item. And then a news release from Anthony Rhoda regarding proposals for community-based projects to support seniors. I know Eastern has got a couple that they're looking at, one a stay-at-home one and another one for doing everything from cutting your grass to shoveling snow, things like that. And they've all been submitted under the community-based projects, but we haven't heard anything so far. Boston Library thanking us for the third and final installment payment of library fees, and 96% of what it was in 2019. So it's getting back there, and happy for that. Golden Sunshine, again, information items, unless there's something there that you wanted to ask about, I would gladly forward that to Councilor Britton and Amber McIsaac managed. The rec committee meeting, I did read that, and I think that's the rec committee's bucket list, correct? Future projects, yep, for sure. And then the minutes from the Kingston Township Museum. And the last meeting, you said tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Tomorrow's 5th. Okay, so that. And again, you'll notice correspondence, like everything else, is money. So I need a mover and a seconder to accept the correspondence. Councilor Turkey and Scott. So it's number R 2022-181, moved by Councilor Turkey, seconded by Councilor Scott, to accept the correspondence as presented. All in favor? Carried. And the statements of accounts. Does anybody have any questions before I ask for a mover? Because
grinding that, will play, any idea how much less because of the mattresses?
I don't know the amount, but I know they gave us $1,500.
1,500, okay, no, it's pretty big counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's a good program.
Would you like to take away a lot of the
I think
questions?
those are the ones that I thought you might have questions about.
No, it's good.
okay, so mover and seconder.
Yes, it's our side, isn't it?
Okay, that jump there. Councilor Martin,
Not getting into it.
Yeah.
Councilor Moore.
Yes, it's on the books. Keep you busy.
This number R 2022-182, moved by Councilor Martin, seconded by Councilor Moore, that the statement of accounts dated September 23rd and 28th, October 3rd, 2022, totaling $261,830.49 be approved. All in favor? Carried.
I should mention that the amount that was paid out from the developer deposits, that's not from our budget. That is money that was brought in and goes right back out, so it doesn't affect our expenses. It's just listed because it's the check we wrote. But what you don't see is the receiving. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, that's resolution number R 2022-183. I need a mover, the seconder to go into closed. Okay, Councilor Turkey. Councilor Scott. So this is a resolution moving to closed session. It will be closed to the public as authorized by section 2392 of the Municipal Act 2001 C25 for consideration of the following subject matter: E, litigation or potential litigation, including matters before administrative tribunals affecting the municipality or local board. And F, advice is subject to solicitor-client privilege, including communications necessary for that purpose. And so all in favor? And the time is 6:51 PM. And it's carried. Stay back.
Yes, I have Belgium is trying to ask now. Hi,
Hello, good evening, folks.
You have the floor, Mr. Bellbloom.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Your Worship.
Boy, we don't wait, we don't mess around.
No, Chris told me it would be around 6:45, so I thought, well, it's pretty darn good at